Hello everybody and welcome back to day 46 with me, Lilly Code of 100 Days of Code. So today we are going to continue on with what we've been getting on with here. I actually just want to check something. Do my earphones work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? So I don't gotta make a lot of noise in my house. Don't wanna upset the mouse. No, there is no mouse. Well, there probably is. He's just of a right to live here as I do. We can share the house. So I just want to make sure that the sound is actually going to work. So, un momento. Today is day 46 and we are getting on with this Kubernetes install. So yesterday we watched this absolutely wonderful woman's video. She is very competent. She is very, very, very good. I'll show you her channel here. DevOps Simply Explained. I mean, she's really great. She does do that, you know. Good for you, Nana. 345,000 subscribers. She deserves 1 million. She really explains the stuff so well. Anyway, I won't keep harping on, but honestly, check her out if you're interested in any of these sort of technologies. So you've got Jenkins, Git. Oh, I'll have to watch the Git one. Trigger Jenkins, build automatically. Oh yeah. Then we have Kubernetes. Look at the animations we have here. Look at this. I mean, I'm laughing, you know, during the thing. From hero to zero with a little brain. I think she's fabulous. I really little brain. I really enjoy her stuff, you know. She's brilliant. So yes, I will leave a link to TECHWORLD with Nana in the description box down below. So with all that said, we're going back to this course, Kubernetes tutorial for beginners. I need to learn Kubernetes for work. Full course in under 3 hours. So there's a Docker tutorial, full course in 3 hours as well. Might do that too. Okay. Very good. Very good. This lady is cool. I like her. Look at her friendly smile. Woohoo! Okay, so anyway, now we will continue. I'm going to check out this video and continue along with the coding. So
doing it for the first time, it might take longer because it has to download all these dependencies and stuff. And now I'm gonna install Minikube.
Okay, so first of all, she installed HyperKit. So instead, we installed Docker. Yeah, we installed Docker instead. Requires logout. Oh, come on now. I can't log out. Why? Well, if I bloody well have to. Sorry for the language. If I have to. Yeah, such eye-catching slides. I appreciate the effort as well, Nana. Great. I mean, this is just top. I think this was brought to me to be like, Leanne, up your game, like what is going on with your slides? No, she's just brilliant, but I really respect the craftsmanship, you know, good craftsmanship in these videos. So very enjoyable. I'll get there, but she's brilliant. I love it. So Minikube and Cubicell, this is where we were at. Yeah, love the timestamps as well. So much to take away and so much to just appreciate.
So in this video, I'm going to show you what Minikube and kubectl are, and
we had a look at that already. So we were just downloading Minikube. Yeah, this is what we were at. And first of all, we needed one of these, and I installed Docker. Okay. Right, so I'm going to have to log off and log back into my account. So I'll do that. I did restart, but it requires me to not just restart. So I'll see you very shortly. Bye, guys. Okay, guys. Hello, how we have restarted our computer. And then as soon as my computer fired up, I just went to this taskbar here, my little search bar, and typed in Docker and then just clicked on this Docker desktop. And then it fired up, and once it fired up, it said there has been an exception. If you click continue, it will continue, and if you click exit, it will exit. but in a few more words than that. So anyway, so I just let it load up. Basically, I went to Docker as soon as it's loaded up. I just want to document this in case anybody else gets this. They expect it to be a smooth run and they're just using Docker. This is what happened to me. So let's go through it as it happens rather than, you know, not documenting it. Anyway, so I clicked Docker, clicked continue. Then, because I had to accept the terms and license agreements as well, so I clicked the little yes, I accept, and clicked continue then. So then once I did that, I got this pop-up, and this pop-up said, yeah, so it came up like this, connect your Docker account, and then I have this, WSL2 installation is incomplete. The WSL2 Linux kernel is now installed using a separate MSI update package. So there's some other kernel you need that's installed separately when you now install Docker. So I needed to click and then click this link to install the kernel. So follow the instructions to install the kernel update, click this link, and then restart again. So I'll come back again, but let's just go through everything together so there's no confusion for when you guys come to do this. So there we go, the latest WSL2 Linux kernel update package for 64-bit Windows machines. So that's grand, that's what I have. I'm not on, here we go, look, so if you're using an ARM64 machine, please download this particular package. If you're not sure what kind of machine you have, they've given you the instructions there. So I know my one is this one, and then if you might have this one, you could download this, but here are the instructions. You go to your command prompt or your PowerShell and you just type in system info. So let's just very quickly do that as well to show you that this will give you the answer if you're not sure. So system info, let's just let this load, and there we go. Look, so that's so handy. I normally get this a different way. I need to make a note of that, which I will. That I knew this before, but I have since forgot. So there we go. Look, I have a 64-bit based PC. So that's all we need to know. We've confirmed that. Oh, maybe there's like sensitive information in there that I shouldn't have shared. No. Who knows? I don't know. Is it safe to share your system info, or can people like hack me now? And there's probably just a load of coders like laughing their ass off, being like, are you fucking serious? How long have you been coding, girl? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna hack you. But I don't know, to be honest. So, you know, you just have to be a little bit careful. I trust all of you. I'm a very trusting person with love and trust, you know. But then again, you just have to be sensible, you know, also have some sensibility, but be kind and go out into the world with open arms, because life's too short and we're all just here trying to get by at the end of the day. So be kind to everybody and to yourself. So we will continue on. That's enough out of me, but this is just important as the coding for me anyway. So, you know, I hope people that come here enjoy both sides of the coin, because I'm just giving you me, guys. I'm just being myself. So let's continue. Welcome to the Windows subsystem for Linux update setup wizard. The setup wizard will install Windows subsystem for Linux on your computer. Okay, great. So we can click next. We wanted to install the Windows subsystem. So then once we've clicked that, we have this pop-up. Do you want to allow it? Yes, we want to allow it. We just click yes. That was so quick. There you go. Look, finish. Already done. And now we can restart already. So again, I'll be back to you in a moment. As soon as I click restart, this is probably all going to close. So I need to stop the video first. So see you in another moment. Okay. Okay guys, so welcome back. We have restarted the computer and we are back checking out what Docker is doing now. So let's just go to Docker here. We'll fire it up. And we'll see what's going down in the town. All around in the oh, not really my best work, but you know, so want an easier way to save space on your desktop, sort of, on your laptop, sorry. Oh my god, yeah, what is this? Anyway, I shouldn't be getting distracted with I shouldn't be getting distracted with, look at how distracted I'm getting. with, you know, space management, but I do really need to sort that out, so it's not really distraction when it's a necessity, but not for today. Let's keep moving forward here. So I'll just get back up this YouTube tutorial and see what's my girl doing, because she knows, Nana knows the way. So we shall follow Nana. Wow, that lady looks great. Just YouTube, you know. I'm trying to just stay off it now altogether, because God, you could get, you know, you get distracted if you're not very, you know, if you're just not like, right, in and out, do what you need to do. Certainly do not spend an inch of time, because you could spend too much time. So anyway, let's just get on with what we're doing here. Okay.
So first of all, let's see what is mini.
What's going on? Why can't I hear what I'm supposed to be hearing in my headphones?
Usually in Kubernetes world, when you're
Headphones.
setting up a production cluster, it will look something like this. So you would have multiple masters, at least 2 in a production
Okay,
setting.
I'm a bit confused. Just going to pause the video. Okay, guys,
So I have a macOS Mojave, so I'm going to show you how to install Minikube on this macOS version. And I'm going to be using brew to install it. So brew update. And the first thing is that I'm going to install a hypervisor hyperkit.
So, guys, I just realised that she's doing all of this through Brew, right? And she's using Brew to install Minikube, yeah. So I think Minikube is only for Mac. But let me just make sure, because it would make more sense to just follow what she's doing, so you can then follow what she's doing. So Minikube Brew install Windows. And let's just say, but I don't know. Install Minikube. To install Minikube on Windows. Oh my god, you can do it. I should have known. I got sidetracked, sidelined, side grafted. No, I wasn't. I didn't. I'm being minded. Shouldn't say those things. So go to google.com. Just because life is good, you know, we're all here together. That's it, really. Okay, so Minikube start. And if you have a roof over your head, you know, or whatever, you know, I don't know what position people are in, so I'm not going to sit here and harp, but at the end of the day, my basic needs are met, and I'm very grateful for that. So, you know, we all have big dreams, but you have to take stock in what you have, because thank you, universe, God, who's ever out there looking from above, thank you. Okay, so then we'll just go or whoever, you know, whatever, yourself, thank yourself, you're here, you're making your way, that's all that matters. So why did I see Mac somewhere? I thought I'd definitely seen Mac. Anyway, let's just try this the way she's doing it, because that makes sense to me. Because then you guys can follow along easily, rather than me going around in circles with Docker, you know. And because I've set Docker up before, and I don't know, getting the images and the containers running and all can be a while. So, that just said the missing package for Mac OS. Read about other installation options. Okay. Okay, so what's going on here? I need to know the facts about Windows. And you ain't giving them to me. So Windows. Here we go. Alternative installs. I'm alternative. No. Be alternative too. Just be yourself. Be however yourself is. So, multiple installations, uninstallation, alternative installs. Check out the Homebrew Linux installation. Unitar everywhere. Untar everywhere. Just extractor git clone homebrew wherever you want. Just avoid directories with names that contain spaces. Homebrew itself can contain those spaces, but many scripts cannot. Hope I knew that. I sort of did, but I didn't know that was the reason. So that's why you don't include spaces and you either capitalize or leave underscores in your folder names. Oh shoot. Cool, that's good to know. TMP subdirectories because homebrew gets upset. Okay. Oh. SW and opt local because build scripts get confused on homebrew. Oh, for God's sake, just do it for me. However, do yourself a favour and use the installer to install the default prefix. Some things may not build when installed elsewhere. One of the reasons homebrew works relative to the competition is because we recommend installing here. Pick another prefix at your peril. Oh my God. So let's see. Okay. Look, I don't know if all of this stuff that they've listed is just extract or git clone homebrew wherever you want. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So just avoid this other stuff. That's fine. I'm going to avoid that, I think. And then this is what they recommend. So let's just do this. I'm going to go right down to the home directory because your girl don't want no trouble. And it sounds like there's trouble if you do this wrong. Pick another at your peril. So we do not want to be in peril. We want to be just doing our thing. So let's paste right into failed. What's going on? Error. Oh no. Or git clone, right? So let's try this and maybe first I'll make, that was making a directory and everything. So let's just cd into documents first. Right. No, documents, my dear old friend. So dir to check where we are. We'll cd into our documentales. That's definitely not a word in any language. And then we will just go and try and make a directory. Failed. Okay. So it's failed again. So let's just try an mkdir homebrew. Ooh. So cd homebrew dir. What's going on? So now I'll try to git clone in here. Ooh, this is looking good. I'm hopeful for the homebrew future. Yeah, this is looking good now. Cool. So I hope this isn't the unrecommended way though. Oh no, so or this and this. So okay, maybe the unrecommended way isn't even listed, I hope. Because your girl's worrying. So eval. I mean, so eval is not recognized. Let's just go back up and check. Eval. So let's Google why we can't eval. Because we're supposed to be evaling. So let's just actually cd back. I don't see why they would do this though. No, I do not. So let's just open up that folder and check what we've got in there first. Just to have a bit of an idea, you know, what we're looking at here. Because I don't know yet, so, you know, all new, figuring it out. Although I've had homebrew before, so. Okay, docs. Read me. Let's read me. Visual Studio, you got it going out. Okay, so let's see what Visual Studio has got to say to us. I'm actually going to just change the display because my neck hurts from looking down, you know. Oh, that's better. Wow. Holy Moses. Sit up straight, you guys. Your neck will thank you. So, what packages are available? Type brew formulae. Formulae, eh? Like it. So, troubleshooting. Please run brew update and brew doctor. We're still just installing here, man. Well, let's try brew. Brew, I'm sure we have to do more before we can just do that, but let's give it a whirl, right? So we'll go brew formulae. So then we'll know if brew. Okay, right. So we need to figure out why this won't eval first of all. So let's Google this, right? So I will copy this. I'll come up to my browser. I'll just bring one old tab with me because y'all don't need to see 100 tabs. So I'll bring this up here. And, oh, sugar. Just a spoonful of sugar. Oh, you listen. And I'll actually copy and paste this into Google because I love DuckDuckGo. But sometimes the duck's gotta go. So we'll go to Google and paste this in. So homebrew. So this is probably a bit too long. Do you know what? We'll give it a whirl. We'll just give this a whirl. Yeah, it's too long. So we'll say eval. And then we'll just pass in the homebrew. And leave it like that and just say not found. Keep it simple. Not found. It's not sound that it's not found. But sound is like, you're sound, you're deadly, you're cool, you're nice, you're good. Sound is good in Dublin slang. So, yeah, you'll also learn Dublin slang here on this channel. So after installing Homebrew, I get ZSH command not found. Excuse me. We just get eval. So we need to be looking for eval. Eval. Why does my brew installation not work? Yeah. So eval homebrew not found. Let's just keep it even simpler because we want to narrow down to our exact error. Windows. Let's type in Windows because that's important. Or let's just say look, this is on a Mac. Eval, okay. Eval, oh shoot, these still aren't the answer. Yeah, okay, let's just say. So I tried reinstalling. It appears Homebrew is already installed. Command not found indicates brew binary isn't on one of the directories. Yes, okay, I've had to do this before. This is okay. So why can I not zoom in here for all you watchers? Just out now. Can't figure it out. Sorry, guys. So, because it's probably friggin' tiny. Let's see. Okay, let's just keep on going. PowerShell maybe. Like these. Nah. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, we won't worry about that. So this is indicating that we need to add this to that the brew binary isn't on one of the directories listed in your path. Okay, so let's paste this in here. That's not what I wanted to see, I don't think. Okay. By default, brew installs to user local bin. To set the path permanently, you should edit your bash or C file to contain this path. Okay. They already did that. Okay, so let's just check, right? So if we run source bash profile, will this open up our bash profile? No. So let's say open bash on Windows. Let's just actually, yeah, so it looks like we need to add this path, which we're going to do. So, right, so this file, we need to edit it. So I'm going to paste this, edit Windows, because I can't remember how to do this. So editing, okay, GIF for Windows, here we go. I've just installed, delight to see it installs bash. I can't seem to find this file. Create this file under this, and away you go. Oh, how do I just like edit my paths though? Like, I don't need to be going creating files. I just want to edit. Why? This should be in the documentation. Let's go back to the documentation for a moment. Surely people have this issue, you know, obviously. So, so let's just say, what was our error again? Eval. Don't see much there. So we want to update our path. Let's try and search for path. Path modification. Okay, great. Hey. Oh, frick. Oh, I don't know. A number of people in this situation are forcefully linked to keg-only tools with BrewLink. Like, I'm just not sure. Anyway, look, we're going to figure this out, so it doesn't matter, you know? There's no point in being, oh, I don't know. Because we'll figure it out, so just have to keep looking. Sometimes this is what takes a lot of time, actually, so it's good that I'm showing you guys this, because installation of things can be such a pain in the frick. So, you know, eventually what I should do is trim this down and do it all again from the beginning and say, here's how you install Homebrew on a Windows. But for now, I'm doing my 100 days of code. I'm figuring this out, and that's the whole purpose. And hopefully, yous are learning too, you know. So, no need to get all panicky. Just keep going, you know. So, clearly, I'm like talking to myself, but also talking to you guys. But yeah, that's the crux of it all. So you can temporarily and if I just focused, you know, stop chattering, you can temporarily pretend the path with your tools. Bin binary directory. Okay, so still not really sure, but let's keep looking. So okay, I'll just zoom in here as well because I want you guys to be able to see this. So, what I'm looking at here now is, let's have a look at this. So, accept all cookies, zoom in. We'll go back and say Windows, set Windows, path. Oh, come on now. Darling, path, set, Homebrew. Okay, so we'll try this because I think this is what the problem is. Adding Homebrew to path, Stack Overflow. Great, this is on a Mac though. How to run brew commands in Windows. Perfect, in Windows. Installing Homebrew on a Windows OS. Great. So now we have 3 possible leads. Going to get rid of everything else so we're not getting confused. Here we go. Here we go, we're looking alright for the night. So install PHP. I'm trying to install Coding9 React.js. First command is brew. How do I do this? That example is on an OS, how to install it on Windows. You don't. Homebrew is only for Mac. Ooh. Homebrew is also usable on a Windows subsystem. The instructions are available here. Homebrew is Mac only. Command line installer application, and it doesn't exist for Windows. Okay, so that's since been changed because we do have it for Windows, but so I can just use Chocolatey. That's fine. I already know how to use Chocolatey. So let's try Chocolatey instead. Just as a word of recommendation, Nana, I'll leave a comment, but I absolutely love the videos. Do you know what? Look, no, do whatever you're doing. I was going to say using software that can possibly be used on both Windows and Mac would be preferable, but then I'm probably doing tutorials and stuff and not realising that things can't be used on Mac or vice versa, because you just know what you know and you're trying to communicate what you know, so you can't know everything. If these are the tools that you're comfortable with, they're the tools you're comfortable with, so thank you for putting all that great content together, and that's really the end of that. No advice, just thanks. So you do you, fantastic course, and that's the end of it. So okay, let's try this again. So let's install this with Windows PowerShell. First, ensure that you're using an administrative shell. Okay, so let's show you guys how to use this. So we go to PowerShell, then you just click on it, or there's Run as Admin. Once you search it, you can right click and Run as Admin. That was loud. So we'll get this fired up. So now we have this going here. For some reason, I do not know how to zoom in. Zoom in on PowerShell. Zoom in on PowerShell, baby. You're driving me crazy. What's going on? I gotta get here all day long. Okay. So set zoom level in PowerShell. Here we go. Oh, of course, you can probably just type something into the terminal. Here we go. Let's see. Awesome. So we will just see to go down. Oh no, that one doesn't work anyway. So scripter, blah blah blah, Dr. Scripto, how's it going? Love that, look at him. He's brilliant. Look at this little dude, Dr. Scripto. Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Scripto, even though it didn't work for me, but I'm clearly just doing something wrong, so. Okay. In the Windows PowerShell, that makes sense, but it ain't working. I will follow you, don't worry, Dr. Scripto, just in a moment. So we'll get rid of this for Windows. We're not, oh sugar, we are looking at Windows. What am I talking about? My brain. So I've been trying to install Homebrew, but anytime I run the installation, the path cannot be specified. Yes. Homebrew doesn't work on Windows natively. You need to set up a Windows subsystem, then a WSL shell to install Homebrew on Linux the usual way. Theoretically, yes, but you just need to reboot any command invocations. But then you basically invented Chocolatey. Okay, great. Let's just go with Chocolatey, you guys. So get started. Install now. That's what we actually want. Do not want to subscribe to your newsletter. Thanks. Love that you told me it was optional. Because, if I wasn't going to get my software as a result, I would have had a different answer. Windows. Okay. PowerShell. Cool. Individual. Yes, that's me. I'm an individual lady. So, install with PowerShell. Please inspect this prior to running any of the scripts to ensure safety. We already know it's safe. Okay. With PowerShell, you must ensure get execution policy is not restricted. We suggest using bypass or all signed for quite a bit more insecurity. Run get execution policy. Okay. So let's run this. So we'll go to our PowerShell. I'll just clear because your girl's been messing. And paste. So all I have is get execution policy in there. And I kept in the full stop by accident and I couldn't find the command. So then I deleted the full stop and I see we are unrestricted. So I know that's very difficult to see. But me apologise. Oh, you know what? I can actually zoom in on this. So I'll do that. There we go. There you can see what I'm doing. So, cool. Yeah. So, even bigger. Even bigger, innit? Got to be able to see with your little eyes. Big eyes. Whatever size eyes you got. So then, we are unrestricted. So that's grand. So if it returns unrestricted, then run this or set this. So that's fine. Now run the following command. Da da da, copy, copy, copy. Love it when there's a copy button. So why didn't it copy? Okay, so I will just C again and paste. Oh, come on. So I'll copy and paste this. I mean, really, there's no difference. The copy buttons are just handy. No difference at all. So we have this big long command, which is set execution policy, bypass that, then tap into the security protocol, create a new object, and download this string, which is the chocolatey, where the chocolatey is installed, I think. Like the URL where chocolatey is found, installing chocolatey on local machine. Awesome, awesome. Great. It's very likely you need to close and open your shell. Okay. Restricting write permissions to administrators. Warning, not setting the tab completion file does not exist. Well then, chocolatey is now ready. You can call chocolatey from anywhere. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You may need to restart and shut down your consoles. Okay. Perfect. So now we have chocolatey. That's great. So let's just type choco and see. We might need to close and open. Chocolatey, choco, choco, I love chocolate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So great. We have that going now. That's super. So that's working. We can close out of that for the moment. We can close out of all of this because this was just me trying to figure out what on earth was going on. We can get rid of this. We can now go back to our files here. So now we're going to go back and continue on with installing Kubernetes. And that's what we're actually here to do. So we'll get rid of Docker because I don't know if we're going to do it like that anymore. Now we have brew, so we're going to just follow, like we have the equivalent of brew. So we're going to do choco install hyperkit.
I'm going to go with the hyperkit.
Okay, so let me just make sure the noise isn't blowing your eardrums. If you got your headphones on, I like to sing a song all day long. Okay, so I'm just going to turn down the desktop audio.
Go ahead and install it.
Still seems loud, but is that just for me? It's loud. Okay. So now I'm just going to Google Choco install. What was that? Hyperkit. I think it's going to be the same, but I'm just can't remember off the top of my head. Chocolatey install hyperkit minikube. Let's go to chocolatey. Let's check this out. I actually need some of those, so I won't go mad closing. Okay, so search hyperkit. Don't know. Okay, Okay, so she's...
I already had it installed, so with you, if you're doing it for the first time, it might take longer because it has to download all these dependencies and stuff. And now I'm gonna install Minikube.
Okay. So let's just see if maybe we can install Minikube with Chocolatey. Because maybe... Just to see, you're going to have to get there eventually, and if not, Minikube, nothing. Right, so Minikube, back here, let's figure this out on... To install on Windows using .exe, download the latest release, or if using PowerShell, use this command. Let's just follow the documentation rather than what she's doing until we get it installed, because... I just don't know, you know what I mean? Like, got to start fresh, new, clean, whatever, you know. So we will run this as an administrator. Yes, so now we have our PowerShell back open. You can all see it here. Oh, I forgot I was still zoomed in, so don't worry, I will fix that for next time we go back to... to YouTube. So I've just copied and pasted the installation. So she's just getting to the Minikube installed. So if we see here now, all she's doing now is use a brew to install
And here's the thing, Minikube has kubectl as a dependency.
And this is already including kubectl.
So when I execute this, it's gonna install
kubectl, that's what it's called, not kubectl. Right, okay, kubectl, cool. Okay, that makes sense. Kubectl. Okay, great.
kubectl as well. So I don't need to install it separately.
Okay, great. So basically all we need to do is get Minikube on our computer. She's just doing it through package managers. I'm just going to try and follow the official documentation of Minikube. Here's where it says like Windows, and this is how you install it. So, and on Mac OS, does it go on about brew and all? No, so that's just the way she's, or homebrew. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So cool. We are going to do it through Windows. Here's Chocolatey. Great. So look, we will just literally copy this because we've set up Chocolatey now, but you have these other options as well, you know. But seeing as we've now got Chocolatey, we'll come to the Chocolatey area of the install, and then we will just get back to where we are. I will just CD into documents because I just don't know, you know. So dir, exactly where this should be. Maybe it should be... So many files, what's going on? Oh, well, I'm running as an administrator, aren't I? Great, we don't need to look at all that. I'll just stop that now, go away, and we'll open this again as an administrator. So here we go. So we already have Chocolatey installed, so let's just paste Choco install Minikube. Yes, 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 yes. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Time for a dance. Okay, great. Cool. So let's keep watching what she's going to tell us, because the girl knows. The girl knows. And your girl is learning. So let's see what's going down around the town over here. So, sorry about this, guys, but you know, all live, just rolling with the punches here.
So let's see here. Installing dependencies for Minikube, which is Kubernetes CLI. This is kubectl. Again, because I already had it installed before, it still has a local copy of the dependencies. That's why it's pretty fast. It might take longer if you're doing it for the first time. So now that everything is installed, let's actually check the commands. So kubectl command should be working. So I get this list of the commands with kubectl, so it's there.
Perfect. So very good. Like the checking, very good. So do you want to run the script? So now I just have this. Once I just typed in install Minikube, it's done some installation, it's ran, it's downloading Minikube, Kubernetes is being pulled in the CLI, and then I just need to say, do you want to run the script? And either yes to all or no to all. And I'm going to say yes. So here we go. Now it's installing, and then we can run the same command that she just ran, which was kubectl. Let's just find out.
Oh. So I don't need to install it separately.
Great. So
So let's
Chocolatey
see
has
here.
installed 2 packages. That's great. So now she's going
Installing
to do those checks
dependencies
again.
for Minikube, which is
Cool.
Kubernetes CLI. This is kubectl. Again, because I already had it installed before, it still has a local copy of the dependencies. That's why it's pretty fast. It might take longer if you're doing it for the first time. So now that everything is installed, let's actually check the commands.
stretching my
So
face, bye-bye.
kubectl
Okay.
command should be working.
So kubectl, let's see. Cube starts with a K. Cube. Kubectl. Did not know how to pronounce that yesterday. That's fine. We've learned today. Okay, so yes, this should be the result I get. kubectl controls the Kubernetes cluster manager. So it's found it. It didn't say command not found. It's found it, and it's giving me all the commands here that I can use using kubectl. So I can create, I can expose, I can run. It's telling me everything I can do here. So that is so helpful. So now we know that kubectl is the command you run to just get your list of commands from kubectl. So great. And let's continue.
So I get this list of the commands with kubectl, so it's there, and Minikube should be working as well.
Cool.
And
Sorry, just gonna cough. Okay.
as you see, Minikube
And now we're going to run Minikube. Yes, that's it. That's it. So back into our command prompt here. And I'm going to just say Minikube. Mini is cube with a K or no? Yes. Like why, you know? Well, I guess once you get used to it, then you're used to it. It's no big deal. It's just not how you spell cube. But once you know, you know. So now I know. So that's great. We have all of our Minikube commands as well. So we'll keep watching. Nana. Thank you, Nana.
comes with this command line tool, which is pretty simple. So with one command, it's going to bring up the whole Kubernetes cluster in this one node setup, and that you can do stuff with it, and you can just stop it or delete it. It's pretty easy. So now that we have both installed and the commands are there, let's actually create a Minikube Kubernetes cluster. And as you see, there is this start command. Let's actually clear this. So this is how we're going to start a Kubernetes cluster.
Cool.
Minikube start. And here is where...
Oh my god, guys. This is exciting. So we'll clear and then do... So, you know, look, I've been coding for 4 years, guys. And you've seen the pain I tried to go through there, installing things. Don't lose your head when you're installing things, you know. Especially if you're new. Like, I remember just flapping about thinking, oh my god, am I incompetent, you know. She's just getting on. And then a lot of the videos as well don't even go through the installation. So they just say install Minikube. And when you're very new to it and you're going to these documents and you're sort of, you know, I have 4 years experience and I didn't realize I should have just come to the Minikube documentation and went to Windows and done it through the recommended installation for Windows, which is so obvious once you have figured that out. But until you figured something out and you look back and reflect and see how obvious and simple it was, you need to go through the process first. So, you know, the road is always rocky until you've reached the top. So do not doubt yourselves. You know, or if you are, just be kind to yourself, because, you know, look at all of the faffing around I did there, all over the place, installing Docker, you know, installing Homebrew, realizing that was for Mac only, which I probably should have known, and, you know, but I didn't know necessarily. I hadn't clicked. Now I know. So everything is learning. Don't be hard on yourself. You get there eventually. And installations are very tricky. You know, they actually are. Like, it's one of the things that held me up a lot in the beginning, because you just don't know for sure, and you come across errors, and you're in your console, and you know, you just need time to get used to it all. So please be kind to yourself, and you will get there eventually. And it's all learning. Through the mistakes, you realize what you should and shouldn't do the next time. So there's no time lost. There's no love lost. It's all progression, you know, slow steps, and it's all learning. So even if you have a terrible day where nothing works, so just know that, okay guys, very, very, very important. And now we're back in our PowerShell, and we're going to run Minikube start. Oh, we're starting our Minikube. So exciting. So let's go. This is brilliant. I'm loving this. I like the hands-on, you know. Yesterday was a bit of a sleepy day. The first half an hour was fantastic. And then the second half an hour was great as well, because I just took a break. But it was later on in the day, you know. I was doing that after work. I'd been out with my dad. So there was, you know, just sitting there then at the end of the evening to just watch and listen. I needed to be doing something. Well, then I just took a little break and came back with renewed energy. So again, if you're not focusing, you know, walk away. Stick your head out the window, do some yoga, brain squats, all in yesterday's video, and come back to it with a bit of renewed energy, because we need these things, you know. You know, when your concentration is wavering. So super. That's going there. Our Minikube is starting. Let's just watch the video. Because our girl knows what she's talking about.
The hypervisor installed comes in. Because since Minikube needs to run in a virtual environment, we're gonna tell Minikube which hypervisor it should use to start a cluster. So for that, we're gonna specify an option, which is VM driver. And here I'm gonna set the hyperkit that I installed. So I'm telling Minikube, please use hyperkit hypervisor to start this virtual Minikube cluster. So when I execute this, it's gonna download some stuff. So again, it may take a little bit longer.
Oh, well, I didn't do this, did I? And I haven't given it that command. So let's just cancel for the moment. Let's let this go, okay? We're already on 96%. Obviously, it's just not going to have a linked hyperkit, which just means that we will have to manually add it later, I presume. Creating a Docker container. Is that because it uses Docker within these Minikubes, as we learned in what was that? As we learned in yesterday. What was that? Anyway. As we learned, have you ever seen that video of Cardi B? I'm sorry, like, I'm not even, shouldn't be pointing people towards, she's alright, you know what I mean? I don't know, anyway. But there's just a video where she's on Twitter or something, I don't know, TikTok or something. Anyway, so she's there and she's just in the video. It's funny. She just has funny reactions to things, you know. But she's there and she's like, what is that? What is that? And I don't know. It's very funny. Like, it's where she's seen an alien, but it's probably like, it looks like maybe it's a really weird bug. I don't know what the thing is that she's seeing, but I'll try and find that actually, because it's just funny, you know. What is that? What is that? And she's just freaking out. But what is that? I don't know. Anyway, few funny videos you can find on the internet that do the rounds, and I love them. Me and my dad do just be quoting them to each other, you know. That lady, anybody got time for that? I mean, her house was burning down. Nobody has time for that, you know. So happy she got out safely, but the way she reports it is hilarious, you know. She's like, I just grabbed my shoes. I didn't get my shoes or nothing. Lord Jesus, help me. I ran out of that house. I just ran. I nearly got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then, like, it was remixed. It was like, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, yeah. like hilarious stuff out there, you know. Back when Vine was around, I never even had it, but you just see like the most famous Vines coming out. So anyway, this is complete now. Great. We had an adder while we were waiting for it to complete. And oh, I best go actually. It's time for me to leave it here. So we will figure out how to install Minikube with our VM driver, with our HyperKit installed. So we have installed Docker as our HyperKit because Minikube here gives us different options to install our HyperKit. So we need a container or a virtual machine that she's just specifying what VM she's using there. And we used Docker, not HyperKit, because HyperKit is just for Mac. Yeah, Mac OS. So we're going to specify ours as Docker, which might mean we might need to do a bit more Docker setup. So that's okay as well. So we will continue with this tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you learned something today, and even just to see that it's not always smooth sailing, and that's okay. You know, we're here learning, and don't be hard on yourself. Just press on. And if it's really frustrating, take a break, you know. That's totally fine. Don't send yourself into a spiral. But just know as well that in the beginning, all I did was spiral. Like, I was like a bloody tornado going around the place, always lost with it. So that's okay as well, you know. You have to grow through the confusion and not knowing. And look at me now, guys. So this is going to be all of you in 4 years if you're just put in a little bit of time and a bit of consistency. So don't worry, you will get there. Okay, that's my ending sentiment for today's video. And thank you so much for joining me, Lilly Code, on 100 Days of Code. You know I love you. You know I appreciate it. So thank you. Peace. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.